Yo, what up, guys? We're back. It's Friday. Bitcoin making some actual moves, or it seems like it. We're gonna hope. We're gonna pray. Thoughts and prayers big for this chart right now. Let me know if my audio levels are off. Like music to the mic. Something about the mic this morning didn't change anything from Wednesday, and I don't know. All the things are different. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. Oh yeah, I forgot about that hair. You're making it look fake. They're making it look fake. You got Tim Robinson. They're making it look fake. The Gooner or whatever it is, Croner. I don't even know. That was a fun time. That was a great time on Wednesday. Thanks for joining everybody for Powell's last FOMC, the final chirpow. Keep the pop. Yeah, we're doing some tunes. It's Friday. Bitcoin actually did make a really meaningful move again. This is like the third time I feel like we've gone live doing charts over the last week, and I've been saying the exact same thing. Bitcoin making real moves. We've spent months doing nothing, just trading sideways, not going anywhere, grinding everybody out, boring us out, boredom capitulation. And we're finally doing it. We're finally actually making moves. Things are starting to look decent. May is upon us. Sell in May and walk away. Is that going to age well this year? Maybe. It's done okay over the last 2 years. We've looked at that many times recently. It's done all right. It's not some magical sauce. But we're in May, and I'm liking what we're seeing so far. So I want to share with you exactly why. Let's just zoom out and make it simple. Boom. On the thumbnail, you saw it right here. If you were following the streams the last week or so, you saw this as well. Bitcoin has done some really great technical stuff. The first moves worthy of getting excited at all in months. And so far, so good. From our previous all-time high, let me throw on the ticker in the interval here. From our all-time high in October to January's high. I know you've heard this a lot, just stick with me. Descending high trend, perfectly placed trend line. You can trust it. It's not just placed there randomly. Snapped to the values, baby. You zoom in, this is on the daily time frame, and you have a perfect setup. You have the test, the break, and the retest. Like, this is all I can hope for. All I wanted. Nothing in trading ever gives us a guarantee. There's nothing that can ever say, 100% chance this will happen, that'll happen. But we don't need that. We can use this to make and validate and invalidate our trades right here. Trading below our trend line. Nothing has changed. We're just back into the downtrend, back into the bear, back to the same BS we've just been dealing with. No change. It's not so bad. Above our trend, we are beginning something new. We're beginning a new direction, a new trend. This is good stuff. At the moment, that gives us, let's say, 74.7 as our low. We can use that as invalidation for longs. We could potentially look for a long position there to open long with the tight stop, but I don't like that. I don't like that strategy. But while we're above this trend line, things are good. We have the potential to do anything. The world is our oyster. But there's more. Here's a different look at the chart as well. I know some of you guys have brought up this line or something along these terms about these lows. Where are we? Retaken. I thought this actually looked better than it did. Maybe it's a monthly time frame you have to see this on. Nope. It is the month you have to see this on. Here we go. Yes. Looking back at the previous bear market, even April's close gives us some divergence from what we've seen in the past. This is good because honestly, at this point, we are praying and hoping and wishing for any deviation from what we saw in 2022, because until very recently, it was identical. We are starting to see the cracks break, and this is good. If you look back at the last bear market, you'll see July of 21, summer of 21, was a swing low before the all-time high. We broke down, and what you'll notice is that Bitcoin never retook this level on the way down. We had intraday, because on the day we saw price came back up a little bit for a while, but on the month, bigger time frames, we see price bouncing intramonth and falling lower. This point acted as resistance, arguably until the bull run really kicked into gear. Technically, we can say it started in January of 23, but we'll say it didn't really kick into gear here until October of 23, and that was when that previous low acted as support, then became resistance, was broken with a monthly close that shot us up to all-time highs. What you'll see is that did not happen. There's an echo. Why is this echoing? I can see it on the levels. Hold up. Boogly boogly. Mic check boogly boogly. I don't know why it does that sometimes. It ain't alright. Good. I can see the audio levels, and that doesn't always give me a good idea of what you guys hear, but it does give me a good idea if you're hearing anything at all. And I'm seeing kind of like staticky bouncing after I finish sentences, so hopefully it's not picking up the headphones audio. I'm gonna do one thing quick. Okay, I just turned the gain down a little bit. Hopefully that's still good. Where was I? No echo. Thank you, Pickle. I know I can always depend on you. Thank you, sir. Hope you're having a great Friday. Where was I? Where was I? I was at the monthly. Yes, the monthly's here. Hold up. There we go. I was at the monthlies here. So the monthly support acted as resistance until the bull market really kicked off in the last cycle. April's close is a divergence, is a move away from the exact pattern that we've seen. April closed above, I'll say the equivalent high from April of 25. That's retaking previous support that was broken, acted as resistance last month, and now we're above it. May is yet to hit a higher high versus April. It's looking very likely, at least now as the month has begun, that will happen. But that retaking of the high, or of the previous low, is solid. It's something. It's not nothing. That's what we're getting at here. There is real, meaningful, tangible chart changes here, especially as we are heading into May. We can see here on the month, though this is still a falling chart on the monthly from 2016 when it comes to momentum and money flow for Bitcoin. We do see momentum pinching here, entering into that negative territory, but that momentum is losing. It is waning. VWAP is coming up to the 0 line, kind of starting to look similar to down here, which is just odd. The timing isn't right. The retracement isn't right. But the more we look at this chart, the more similarities we start to see with these kind of more macro bottoms. And it's hopium, but it's good hopium. It's really, really good hopium. The fall from October has been very inefficient for the most part on higher time frames. No green candles, only red. Now we've painted 2 in a row, hopefully looking for 3. But we don't see significant monthly resistance, I would say, until about 100K, and then beyond that, 114. So we really are beginning to change our course, or change at least the shorter term trajectory of what we're doing. It's really good. This week has been not super volatile. We've really just tested last week's open and close. Currently in like a hanging man, not a really bullish candle, but you can still see that monthly level. You can still see April 74.4 coming in, retaken last week, and this week holding above this level. So even at this point, we can change this to green to signify support. There might be, on a retest of this, a long entry. I actually think that that's probably right around where that descending trend is, right where we don't want to be. Wow. Yeah, I know my charts, man. Right there. Those two converge. 74.3. If we see today reject into the weekend, I don't know. If we do see this rally get squashed into just the beginning of May, 74.3 likely going to be the last potential long that I would look for or even entertain. Right there. I think that's actually kind of solid. Really hope it just doesn't go there, but Bitcoin's just been doing whatever it wants lately, right? Doesn't seem to care what we want. 50 daily moving average crossing up above the 100. That is showing, basically just reflecting this time since February when we haven't been falling. The 50 and the 200 for a golden cross, still very far away, not even really worth looking at yet. The daily has almost something similar to that monthly momentum we were looking for. We're seeing that selling or that negative momentum change course, start to curl up. The day a little bit more progressed in that sense, has the green dot here, and VWAP's at the 0 line. It really is just a more bullish looking monthly time frame. I'll take that. It's pretty good. What we got here? Ichimoku. Nothing on the clouds, really. All right. All right. CME gap still at 80.5. It's interesting how the only thing that really changed going into May is that we got a high time frame close above 74. Even on the day and lower time frames, you'll see a very clear resistance there throughout the last few months. Price reacting strongly to this level upon testing. Once broken, support is held. Broke our trend, support is held. Yeah, this is like the last 74.4. Please just don't hit it. Please just stay away from it. Don't go there. But we've seen that level interacted with significantly, meaningfully. I think it's time to move up. I think that's what the chart's telling us. May is likely going to be a tricky month. Almost every month we've seen open in the last few quarters, I'll say, has begun at least with, I'll say, like a move kind of in the other direction. Like, didn't April open down? April opened down in the first few days. March opened up in the first few days and then reversed, closed up. February opened down, then went down. Yeah. Weak correlation. But I have no doubts that May will bring at least some kind of shake. I think if people are really going to latch on to sell in May and walk away, that we should see like a slow climb up. Give people something to sell into, think they've done the right move, the right choice. Yeah. What else? Stocks is at all-time high. SPX already hitting the extension. I don't know what the hell's going on in the world, man. This is bonkers. Like, already at the 1618. Last time, the equivalent move from the sell-off to, like, from the dip in April to returning to that price and then moving higher. Last time that took from the return 182 days. This time it's taken 2 weeks. Yeah, what's happening here? It seems like these moves are speeding up and becoming more volatile, more intense. Characteristic of blow off tops loading, in my experience. This looks a lot. Honestly, this reminds me of old school Bitcoin. When you zoom out, these like big peaks, troughs that just V-shape back up. It reminds me of like very old school Bitcoin. All the way back here, like this stuff. I wonder what happens if we overlay this on the SPX. Probably get crazy numbers. I don't know how I got that tool out. All right. Scan disk, no. Keep going, scan disk. I saw someone on Reddit had like a 5x scan disk position open since like, I don't even know, like the beginning of last year. It was like millions of dollars. I was like, look at that. That's crazy. Good for them. Good for them. I'm jealous. My portfolio in the last... God, my portfolio in the last year now. Where was it? I'll just pretend it's all Bitcoin. Make the calculation easy. Might not be doing so bad. May. Okay. 20, you know, that's not as bad. Only about 23% down from about a year ago. If I was in almost anything else that wasn't Bitcoin or crypto, I would be up for the most part. With little exception. FOMO in now? Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, clearly. Obviously. I'm saying 100x long. Oh, I always am. At all times. You know, if you're not about to instantly become rich or lose all your money at any given time, you're clearly not trading. You're clearly... I don't know what you're doing. I don't even know. Yeah, I thought I'd have more to say about opening in May. It doesn't really seem like there is that much change. You know, this move is awesome. It is still a little early to get excited about, but the backtest of the descending trend here, and then moving back up, just instant change in energy as soon as May comes around, is awesome. It's absolutely awesome. It does suck that it's Friday. We're gonna head into weekend trading. Probably not gonna see much volatility, but it's a good start. Especially for a month that I think people are pretty kind of stereotype bearish on, right? Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Bear flag on the weekly. Mark, this has been a bear flag since February. Like literally since February, we have been in a bear flag. That has not changed at all. And maybe it's not a bear flag. Yeah, maybe it's not the technical pole flag, but it certainly is not a good looking path. Like an ascending channel, almost the exact same thing that we saw on the last leg down back in November into January of this year. Like very similar, higher high, higher low, stuck in a range, price action. Here we are again. You could probably, it would make sense to call us a bear flag, but then I would nitpick and say that's not the exact definition of a bear flag, bro, and then everybody would roll their eyes. But yeah, not great. What Bitcoin really needs to do is it needs to hold this low, as I basically have been saying for the last 20 minutes. It needs to hold the downtrend, and it needs to break above this channel. It needs to escape the highs here, because you can just sit in here. You can sit in this channel forever. Well, not forever. I mean, if you do it forever, then you've been in a bull market the whole time. But you can sit in this channel for a very long time, and you can keep hitting higher highs. But you're just like drawing out the inevitable move to the downside. Yo, bro, chill out with your whatever your shitcoin is that you're spamming. Just chill out with it. You can request a coin, but why are you gonna put it 20 times? Like if I didn't see it the first time, I'm not gonna see it the 20th time in a row, dude. CME gap soon, God. CME has been the most boring chart. It was really exciting back in like November, January, and then CME just, along with Bitcoin's price action, just nothing. Right? It's because we've been in such a tight range. Each week has almost every single week in the last few months has like returned to the previous week's open and the high, and then just slightly moved like up or down. I mean, if you look at the candle closes of CME, it's been in a 18% range, which sounds much better than it is. Much better. We only allow Turkish bots. That's true, Foxy. I love you guys. You guys remind me of shit that I forget about. You'd think that I would be the best at remembering it. Like F-Boy Friday. Oh, man. F-Boy Friday was such a bull posting time. Also, I ran out of like really good pictures. You know, you only have so many. I mean, I had a lot of them. We only have so many. It's the last month of CME gaps. So what's that? Why do you say that? Why? You guys, people, like I don't wash my hair every time I shower. I washed my hair last night, and now my like scalp is itchy. My scalp hasn't been itchy in weeks. And then you go and you wash it, and all of a sudden now it's like itchy as shit. And goddamn. And yes, I did condition. We kiss you, dude. That was legendary, Foxy. That was good times, bros. I love when you guys bring me stuff like that. Like I forget. I'm so stuck in the moment and in the stupid game of social media and growth and like in the waves of traffic as like people become interested in crypto and then don't, and then they continue to not be from 2021 into 2026, and then struggling with like, how do I keep this channel alive? How do I keep it going? And I get so caught up in just the little bullshits that it's easy to lose track of the best of times. So I love when you guys bring this stuff up. I love when you guys bring it up. You are always welcome to bring it up. Yeah, that's right. Bones Jones is the only shitcoin spammer allowed in here. You brought us some gems, though. I think it's all by design, make crypto look and feel shitty. Well, if it's by design, kiss to the chef. Like, chef's kiss. Like, dude, you have nailed it. Because that's exactly what you've done. Have everybody chase trad markets. Dude, to me, it looks like trad markets want to blow off top. Which, good news for no matter how you're standing, bearish or bullish. Good news is both moves are coming, if that's true. Like, if the S&P keeps doing this, like what people I don't think really understand here is like to keep doing this, man, to keeping like increasing these moves, for these moves to get closer and closer together. I won't say that they're necessarily, maybe they are accelerating. Are they accelerating? The moves themselves are. But for this kind of price action just looks so much like crypto blow off tops loading. And if that's the case, we usually would look for what, like a move that sets all historical precedent. Like it like doubles in a day or doubles in a month, right? And then at that point, that is the point of peak euphoria and peak sentiment of like, well, the S&P just doubled. If you don't put your money in now, like you're gonna be poor tomorrow. And so everybody sells everything. We saw this with Bitcoin. We've seen it with Bitcoin and alts and stuff just constantly throughout the years. We even saw it with like gold and silver. We might have seen it with oil had oil not just stopped moving. I don't know. But in like the stock market, I've never seen it. It would just be beautiful. It would be so exactly what we've seen. And what's interesting is like the S&P has managed to keep hype down. I mean, the S&P has spent a lot of days in extreme fear. Not as many as Bitcoin, but like in extreme fear over the last like 2 years, maybe more. And for what? Like at all-time highs in extreme fear. It just looks like it's trying to do it. I would not dismiss the possibility that this is either intentionally or unintentionally all winding up to have that outcome of like crypto at lows, stocks at these like crazy like euphoric blow off top times, and then crypto has bottomed and stocks begin crashing. Like I wouldn't write that off. Wouldn't go all in on the idea, but I would be very uncomfortable with no exposure. That's like the probability I would place on it happening. Is like real. It is a real possibility. It's not completely tinfoil. The only tinfoil part of that maybe is like that, you know, there's overlords engineering it. Maybe they are. Maybe they are, but I don't think that needs to be it. Influencer color for lower load, dude, of course. I mean, here's the thing is, you guys, we've been here forever. At some point, we'll be here for a decade. We're coming up on it. On YouTube, being live, sharing Bitcoin. Like, I have always been just bullish as hell. Always. And I remain bullish as hell. Always. But, but even I looking at this chart, and I'll say, like I said, the last week or two of price action has finally made progress. Finally doing something that can shape up to look good. But before that, let's just like rewind here. Let's rewind back to midway through April. From a chart perspective, there's just no reason other than you want it to go up to like root for it. Not root for it, that's wrong. To like realistically say this chart is showing that. And what you'll find is there's people like hanging on still to those ideas, but they'll cite things, I don't know, like Bitcoin adoption and like Bitcoin exchange on reserves and all these like kind of on-chain metrics are different things. And unfortunately, when you've been in this game for so long, it's like, yeah, dude, but I've been hearing that every day for years. Like, it's no different now than it was then. It's like that is why we should be like permanently bullish on this asset. Whoa. Permanently bullish on this asset, but it's not why it's going to go up today, right? There's just nothing here. We've made progress. This can shape up to be something important, meaningful, could make the chart, give us reason to be looking up. But for all influencers to be saying down, it's like, it's almost hard to trust the credibility of people that wouldn't, right? Like they're like, even myself, like, it's like, I'm just waiting for something to happen that can change that. And I think we're starting to see the beginning of it. I have hope. The timing, like 4-year cycle, like the top being in exactly 4 years, like everything has fit into this neat mold, and it fit into that mold so well. It hasn't broken out of that mold. It will eventually. That I am 100% positive. Bitcoin will not forever be like it like predictable in that way of like, oh, every 4 years. No, it will not. Did it already break? Is it going to break now in this bear market? I have no idea. I have to wait until there's some kind of confirmation. You know, let's say like 98K is retested. We break up and above January's high, right? Like that would not be anything we've seen in a bear market. Wouldn't that be pain? Pow, pow, pow. That would be pain. Yeah. But I get it. I mean, I get it. I'm there. I'm still bullish. Like Bitcoin is always going to go up. It just spends a lot of its time not going up. It's always going up. Looks like the bottom of Q4 22. You know, people have said that a lot. I don't know how I feel about that. Honestly. If it does, that would mean we still have a leg down, which I don't think there's any issue looking for that. I think that's a fine way to look at the chart. Let me see, bar pattern. Like, I've seen people talk about this a lot, but I feel like they were also saying it up here, right? They're also saying it earlier. Doing something like this. Whoa, 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 whoa. There you go. Whoa, hey there. They're crazy train. Slow down. God, that would suck. I really don't want this to happen. That would suck. When would this put the bottom? God damn. September. I hope this isn't it. This would suck. You think it's boring now? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Wait until we spend all this time in this same range making lower highs. And it's August. We still haven't broken the low of February. And then, boom, in the summer. We hit 50K, bottoms in, then we go back up. I don't know. I mean, it looked like it. Admittedly, you have to say, well, yeah, this is like an ascending channel here. That's what we have. We already identified that. That's what we had up here. That's why people, I think, are also replacing it up here. Certainly could play out that way. Certainly could. 50K would be a nice little tidy bottom. Giggity, that's what she said. Zcash. Possible high today. What's up? What's up, Kronk? The hell's Zcash doing? Zcash I have very little faith in now. Ooh. Ooh, but then I open the chart. Brah. I don't know why. Oh, that's why. Okay. We have not looked at this in a while. I'm sure last time we looked at it, it was high. April 18th, 300. Long hit. That's not bad. Yeah, you can see I have an alert at 385. It has not tripped, so I haven't looked at this. This chart actually looks pretty good. I do have a hard time trusting that this is going to do anything other than trap people in a rally again. It was way too hyped. Way hyped. And those things tend not to do so great, even when they start looking good again. Last time we looked at it, we're looking at a long at 300. I think might as well move this up. TP at 5. There was a short at 5. Still looks like the play. Best thing about this is you can still be bullish or bearish on this chart. Like you can look for like a bullish play this way, or you could look for a bearish play. Lower high. Continue on. Everybody dance now. It's Friday. It's Friday, boys. Everybody dance now. Damn, that is a nice little move, though. That's a nice little move. I don't remember when we. I don't even remember when we looked at this last. If I hit load, maybe I can see it last time. This was saved. April 10th. Bam. Bam, right here, bros. This is why we're the best. This is why we're the greatest. Dude, April 10th, right here. We placed this long. Look at that. Look at price. It was just like, nah, you're good. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Yeah, Tom Crown said no. So let me just go back down. Lower high, higher low. Broke the high. It's an uptrend. Looking to retest. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Good eye. It's one of the things I love about doing this is I watch a lot of charts. I've been watching a lot of charts. Eventually, there are times you're not paying as much attention of, you know, because you've been doing it for so long. And you guys just bring me stuff. You bring me content. Measure moves at 500. Change that to 500. Boom. At this point, I have no idea why I'd ever would have placed it like that. But at this point, tight stop. Stupid. Something like that. Looking for that TP. Doesn't have to be a short, but like a TP at 500. I mean, I think that's juicy, man. Honestly, this kind of looks like gold and silver and some of those other assets in a way, with like sell-offs, lower high, but inverted. Damn. That's printing. From 300, it's already up 23%. Nice. Yeah. So long story short, I think it's got legs to 500. I don't know if I'd bet on it going like all-time high or even breaking last year's high, but I can see a move to 500. I think there's maybe monies to be made there. Good eye, man. Very good eye. I love when you guys bring me stuff. I should probably refresh the chat. I think that was like a long time ago. What's up, Dexum? Started out as a crypto guy, but now you're into stocks, bro. I started out as a crypto guy too. It's not that many of us. Circle, I thought looked really bad. It's looking less bad. Kind of easy, like kind of brain dead easiness here on Circle. It's like you look at April, and this is not great to see the sell off. You look at these lows, you recovered, but eventually rejected from 100 psychological level. Traded back down, you have a higher low here. If this higher low breaks, probably don't want to be in a long, right? If this higher low breaks, you'd likely want to be out. Then you can go bottom fishing at like 64. If the higher low holds, then you're trading back up. That was such a good call live. Who was here for that? Foxy probably was here for that. Top call right there while we were live. That VWAP. Like, nope. Lose these lows. Looking down here. So far, still decent, right? You have resistance that was broken, tested as support. You gotta see this low hold. You want to see this VWAP retested now at like 130. There could even be a play to 130 from here with the right stop. Something like this. Just do like 125. Who knows how long it'll take for it to get there. Something like that. Basically using that in validation of the low. Retargeting the VWAP. Retargeting horizontal resistance. Ooh, the day is starting to look good too. I think last time I looked at this, it was like, we had looked at it in March and it was rejecting. It was like down here. It just looked like shit and it kind of fell off my radar. Even it's this. Why is this even on my chart? 200-day moving average. What's up, Lucky Thoughts? Good to see you, bro. 200-day moving average just spawned in at 108, untouched. It's got some moving averages to battle out. I also wouldn't be surprised to just see this trade sideways now. I think it has an attraction to 125 though. So yep, that's what I'm looking for. 125. Stopping under your lows. This week is actually looking pretty nice. Can shape up with a nice hammer candle here with not a lot more effort. Just got a message. Hold up. Beans has to go to the groomie. She's a stinky bean. She's a stinky bean. Yeah, dude. I don't hate that. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. I wish you the best of luck with that, Dexum. What's up, S Spellman? SOXL. What's up? Never lose, always win. How you doing, Peach? Happy Friday, brother. Ace of Hearts. Snipers in the chat. What's up, man? Happy Friday. All day crypto. The numbers are so low. What happened to crypto? Dude, so basically... Oh, man, I didn't even see Lucky Thoughts' message. LFG, smoke him if you got him. Because, yeah, what do we got to lose, bros? Smoke him if you got him. What do we got to lose? We're already wrecked. Appreciate you, man. You know, like, what happened to crypto? Nothing happened to crypto. That's why nobody's watching it. Nothing happened. It's been really uneventful. We like to kind of think of, oh, it was exciting in October, and like it was, but for I don't know, a day. It was exciting for like a week in October. It was exciting for like honestly, like this whole time was like really not that exciting. Right here, right here was the last time it was exciting. Sorry. Before that was like right here. Then there was like one little tick of excitement here. And that's it. Like that was the run for the last 2+ years. It was like a little bit of excitement here. A little bit of excitement here, mostly in alts. And then nothing. Like we have been in like low interest, low excitement mode for over a year. And the whole run itself, you know, there was definitely excitement here into ETFs and stuff, but like that was it. Compare that to previous runs. Compare that to this. Compare that to 20K broke, and then it was just madness for like a month. Madness. Doubled in price over a month. Kind of cooled off for a month. And then boom, like doubled in price again. That was like a sustained rally. And if you were in the space, like from the bear market, and you watched from the COVID low, this was just an insane fucking move. Absolutely insane. This whole cycle, the last 4 years, the last 4 years plus, this has been really boring. Like, even this wasn't exciting. Even though there was awesome gains being made, nobody believed like the bull market was back except for us. We did. And then you had this 6-month period of nothing. You had the 6-month period of nothing. I'd say this is like a 6-month period of nothing. Like, the reason that the numbers are so low is there just hasn't been anything to talk about. There hasn't been anything to be excited about. It's just like the same old boring shit. It really capitulated with like Trump's presidency and people being like, he's the Bitcoin, he's the crypto president. And like, that didn't play out. That did not. I mean, he was made his money, but certainly was not like, I don't know, some force that was going to come in and change things. It was like, that was it. And everybody was just tired then. Also, with the way algorithms work, like something that might not be apparent to just everyday people browsing and scrolling is algorithms are obviously always evolving. They're always different. They're dynamic. But I think at the core, in my observation of like every algorithm on social media, is the metric of how many new accounts are looking for some topic. And that's why things feel really like trendy. I don't know if you guys have seen like clavicular or whatever, like on TikTok or X or these people. It's like these topics start to be searched by new people. And once these algorithms pick up that, oh, there's new accounts, not even new accounts, but just accounts that have never looked for this are now looking for this. They see those numbers and it just like compounds on itself. It says, if people that have never looked for this are looking for it, then I should probably start showing this in some kind of passive aggressive way to a lot of different types of accounts, because it's like searching for that audience. When there's new people looking for it, it knows that it can integrate this into new audiences. Nobody's doing that. No one's like cracking open crypto and like searching for it and looking for content for the first time. And obviously I'm exaggerating. It's not nobody. But the numbers, what I'm saying is those numbers came down and they've just been bleeding off. And algorithms are saying, instead of, I think people with these new interests might be interested in crypto because all these new people are, it's doing the opposite. It's saying these people in crypto watching this content aren't interested in this content. New people aren't looking for it. So maybe I won't even show it to the people looking for it, right? I'm going to try to tone that down while I increase what, the claviculars, the like looks maxing, whatever it is that we're, chasing in any given day. The thing that's trending, the word trending is big. And so we've bled and bled and bled. And, I can see it in my analytics. There were bursts of times where there was a good amount of new viewers, like people looking for crypto. It was brief in October, like I said, maybe a week or two in December, like with XRP exploding. March of 24, when, all-time high having, everything's going to super cycle. Like there were little bursts, and it reflects really well, not only in just total numbers, live view numbers, total view numbers, but in like, audience watching that's not subscribed, new subscribers, like every metric. And that's it. Like it's just been a slow bleed. And if you really look at it from a bigger picture, these little hype moments were actually not even that big. Like they were, only because it was so quiet. It never really got back to here. Like here, I would say like this is the interest. Wait, I doodled too quick. High interest. Interest was pretty good, then it started tanking, then it tanked. Right. And then as the bull market came back, kind of like a little bit ticked up, got real boring, so it ticked down. ETFs came, people started getting interested, sold off right before the ETFs, interest came down. Then it started exploding. Oh, all-time high before halving, everything's gonna change. And then boom, just right back down with these long periods. Interest peaked again into the like alt season-y times, and then boom, just went right back down. And I don't think it like ever really recovered. Like this is where we're at. I think this is like a good graph of interest. This is probably equivalent to like all these bear market lows right now, if not lower than some, because the highs were never really re-reached. Anyway, I'm just like ranting on about it. Just ranting on about it. It's like an interesting topic right now. I know that People are looking at Benjamin Cohen's like YouTube views for crypto thing. I see it on Twitter right now. I know people are looking at it. That's it. Started a Beanie Baby channel. Let's go. You're probably doing better than me, man. Probably. Draw a blueprint for your castle. Wow. You got, well, don't worry, man. Don't rush it. You got a lot of time. Start a channel about pickles. Okay. You are right there. August 5th, 24. The fair value gap at yearly open. 23-24. That wick was not enough to touch the ETF wick top. To test those chairs were under where it's a magical zone. Wait. It did. It retested. Did it not? It depends, I guess, on what. I guess it depends on what chart. Because I'm pretty sure on Coinbase it did. On this is the index for Bitcoin. I might be wrong. Let me see. I could have sworn that on like Coinbase it did touch that ETF wick. It's really close, and it has been a value that we've kind of watched for a long time, saying it would make sense in a bear market to go back, repunish them. Oh, okay, I was looking at the wrong one anyway. No wonder. When they're looking at the right high to low. Right here. This one was retested. This one was for sure retested, the ETF high. I guess not on the index. Jesus. Jeez. I keep being like, I know for sure, and then being wrong. Proving myself wrong. So be. Yeah, Coinbase it was. That's what I was saying. That was really clean on Coinbase. On other exchanges, it didn't. Coinbase it did. This would be the sweepy level, and it's funny because we were looking at the fractal, saying maybe this is where we are, right? We're looking at this, and people say, "Oh, a lot of similarities." Kind of sucks. Isn't that like? It's like exactly it. No, 59 versus 49. This would be the pain level, though. Honestly, I think until proven otherwise, until this chart tells me that I shouldn't be looking for it. Like, this seems to be the level. You look at the previous retracements in bear markets, you just, apply that again. We had 75, let's look for like 70, boom. It's like right there, right at the low of the ETFs, just like hits all the ETF stops, and then it's over. If this cycle is just repeating again exactly the same, then that's what I would expect. Like this is what I would expect, 38. Hopefully it's not. Let's keep going with this rally. Let's get a 49.3. I mean, 38, like 38 to hit the low of the ETFs, I think would be like the perfect like game theory setup for like slapping the ETFs. Because we never really did. It like opened high, moved down, and then only went up. Never retested. You having a panic attack from a Celsius? It's okay, buddy. You're gonna be fine. I wish I had a Celsius. I don't have one. Bones Jones, you starting a channel, bro. The worst time to do it. I mean, I wish you the best. I'm rooting for you, but holy shit, dude. The hardest. I don't know if I should say worst, even though I do believe it's the worst. I'll say the hardest. This is max difficulty. Max pain is up. I mean, I hope so. I think so. I have, however, been caught thinking that in bear markets before, and it did not go up. Where are we at right now? Not a great look here on low time frames. Retesting support, multiple lower highs. Is Tom in Vegas? I am not, my friend. Long or short? Says Nikki. I don't know, man. Neither. Don't buy. You promise not to buy. I see you don't spoil the pump. Thank you, RJB. Thank you. Put a PF there. Power friend. I'll remember you. Don't worry, brother. Dump to daily open. Yeah, it could be. I really don't want it to. So if they could just go ahead and not do that, that'd be phenomenal. 77.3. It does look like it wants to break down. Like 5 minutes does look like it wants to break down. Let's be real. Really, just Bitcoin just needs to start holding these levels though. You just start holding gains at all. Turn it. What's up, Money Sean? Sure. It's not like 20 minutes. There you go. Let me know if it's too loud. Hold up. 1 second. What are you guys doing? It's Friday. We're staring at candles. Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the charts. Chart takeover. That'd be a cool name for something. Chart takeover. Keep that in the thought bank for next time people get excited about charts. Just chart takeover, like DJs do. Best advice is touch that grass, baby. Travel for concerts. Ooh, I know. Tune in for fun? Oh boy, I'm so disconnected from that. 300 watching this bullshit. Yeah, I mean, it's something, brother. It's something. Zek is on the heater. What is Zek doing, dude? I didn't even look at like low time frame. Dang. Danga. That's wild. And yep. Yup. Alright, that's a sniper. A little sniper rune. Damn. Let them control. No, power friend, no. Good festival in Bali. What's up, Shep? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you back. Ever been to Red Rocks Nature, dude? I have never been to Red Rocks. And I keep seeing videos of Red Rocks, and I have been thinking the last few days, I'm like, I want to go there. I want to go there. It looks so fire, dude. Holy. Do you have to do like a long hike to get to like the stage area? That'd be kind of cool. Bitcoin, just go. Motor work, listening, relaxing. Hell yeah. Caspa 100x. Man, someday. Grilling steaks, top sirloin. Hell yeah, David B. David B's been to Red Rocks because he's goated. Casp. I haven't looked at Casp in a while. I feel like last time I looked at it, it was breaking 5 cents. Oh. I mean, 2.5 cents. Yeesh. Damn, I remember people talking about putting like all their Bitcoin into Cas like 2 years ago. And I was like, that's a bad idea. They got wrecked. Damn. Still in a bear flag too. Like rejected, support, broke, rejected. Did hold the low, that's fine. Now lower high, higher low. This is still in a bear flag. It's a weird looking bear flag though. It's not alone. Everything's doing it. It's the hip thing to do now. Imagine the upside of Casper once the bull run starts. I don't know, man. I mean, what if the upside's 10 cents? What if the upside's 15 cents? I mean, that's a 5x. It's not bad. Yeah, I don't want to argue about it. The answer is nobody knows. The answer is no one knows. However, I don't know. I'm getting more jaded on coins after they have like a bull run. Just that so few of them ever seem to go on in the next bull run and go higher. So few. But I don't know. Pixel. SKR. The Gorge. Oh, dude, I want to go to Red Rocks. Pretty long walk. That's fine. That's fine. When I was in Lost Lands, dude, we had to walk like, we were walking fucking 30 minutes from the parking lot to the event. It was a good time. It was a good warm up. It was a good cool. It really, what it was is it was an awesome cool down at the end of the night. Walking back, ooh, Pixel, dude. Ew. Dude, I hate these charts. I don't like these charts. If you're doing anything with this, you have tight stop. Bow. Tight stop. Right now, shit to zero. Let's go. It's awesome. Dude, I want to go so bad. Low market cap gem. All yours, buddy. All yours, wise wizard. All yours. Walk back is downhill. That's exactly how it was at Lost Lands. It was like a wicked walk uphill, and then at night walking down, it felt so good. Felt so good. Such a good time. Turn it up. I already turned it up. Yeah. There you go. We're just vibing. It's Friday. Looking at random shitters. We're all shitting. Out in nature. The one thing that looks awesome about Red Rocks is not only that like the stage is like amphitheater whatever setup, like Roman amphitheater setup, where like the crowd gets like higher and higher and higher, so you're never like behind somebody. That looks awesome. But it's also like the area it's in with the like giant mountains in the background, because one of the biggest problems, even like Lost Lands, is it's like in the middle of nowhere in Ohio, but they still have like noise ordinances. There's still like, well, you can't be this, you know, past this time or whatever. And it looks like in Red Rocks, it's like that. There's probably no noise ordinance because you're just out in the mountains. Like there's no one to hear it. David Williams, everyone's expecting a lower low. It makes you think we're going higher. Same. I just have to keep in mind that I thought that was true back here also. We did make a lower low. One thing that is, you know, we started the stream with some hopium. This song is slapping. We started the stream with some hopium. Another piece of hopium that I did not even remember to bring up today was if you look at the last leg, right? So we look at the lowest point, and then we'll look to when it broke. From November to whatever, January 31st, 71 days. If we do the same thing now, we take the low, and we go out, we'll find that we're actually on day 84. So 71 days. That's right here. Roughly here. Which is interesting because that's when we tested the descending high trend from the all-time high, but it doesn't matter. What I'm getting at, though, is when you typically see momentum increasing. So, like, you have a fall. You have momentum, like you have a fall. When you see that increasing, you tend to see the time that it spends moving sideways decrease if the if the momentum is still increasing, which makes sense. If the move is gaining strength, it usually or logically won't take as long to make the next move. It's kind of one of my concerns here, maybe with SPX, right? It looks like this momentum is building to the upside, blow off top potential. But now we have more elapsed time from the low, and that's a sign of waning momentum. The move is taking longer. It isn't falling faster, it's falling slower. Where we are is a good spot here. But there's like just razor thin margin of error here. Like, we trade down a few percents and all of a sudden we just aren't looking good again. We really need to hold up here. Like right here. I don't even want to see 73 tested. I don't say anywhere near. I don't even want to see 74 tested flat. Like, we're here. We can do it. This was like a really nice back test of that high. We got strength. We have a spring from it. We have all the pieces. We have all the rings, all the elements combined. We just are waiting for Captain Planet. That's the thing. What's up, Smash Toshi? What's up, Crypto Meolysis? How you doing, man? And Ninja. Happy Friday, bros. Bitcoin going to 8K, and XRP is going to $589. The craziest thing you've ever said, Randy. You crazy son of a bitch. I love you. Have to rotate into something. Currently in a ABC correction. I mean, you could say we're in an ABC correction. I don't think, though, if you go back and look at Bitcoin's history, that Elliott wave really like fits well. In hindsight, you know, tends to fit a little better. But are we in like a corrective phase? We absolutely. Exactly, corrective phase. I just don't think, maybe my nitpickiness is we just don't really need Elliott wave to tell us that. Crazy profitable scalpers only market. I mean, yeah, grid. If you're grid trading, just kind of grid trades, you're probably doing good. I guess the issue is like, I mean, it has been. This whole run has been great for that. The history of Bitcoin has been very punishing of scalpers. Punishing of the short-term moves. Punishing of the short-term positions. Because you get these giant legs. And if you're in and out, if you're like grid trading, you're playing small percents, you miss them. It hasn't really been that way, though. Realistically, since 2023, this has been like really a short-term position asset. There's been a few moves here where you just get totally caught out. 1, 2, 3. That's about it. And then the downside moves too. But hey, you're not wrong. I'm not wrong. I'm not much of a scalper, unfortunately. Bitcoin trained me otherwise. Red Rocks does end early. Boo. It does have a noise ordinance. Boo. Oh well. That's okay. Everywhere else that I've been has too. So that's not that crazy. It just looks like it. Like from the images, I'm like, there's no way anybody cares about noise out here. I guess they do. Guess they do. Where can we have concerts where no one cares about the noise? Is that like Burning Man, I guess, because in the desert? People eat shit going down the steps after shows. I bet they do. But I mean, people eat shit going down, you know. God, at Lost Lands this year, somebody got like hit by a car or something. It happens. It happens when you have lots of people together, right? People get hurt. I think, though, for how many people you have together, how small of areas, how intoxicated those people are, and how exhausted those people are. Probably, they haven't eaten. They've been like dancing all day. I think that you look at the numbers, it's probably like actually very low for just like any given, density in size. I bet it's really low. Bitcoin about to capitulate? God, I hope so. I hope so, bro. Hope so. It was sub 30K. Yeah, I'd be buying too. Hell, I'd buy at 38. So far, just on track. I don't know. I'm waiting to be proven wrong. Waiting for something on this chart to be like it's different. So far, kind of just repeating. It's Friday. It's Friday. I'm so tired. Beat. Red Rocks is incredible. Damn, everybody's been to Red Rocks except me. What the hell? How? How? It's been a long super cycle. Yeah, it's been a long super cycle. People have been saying super cycle since, I don't know. Realistically, it's like maybe this was the super cycle. Maybe it was 2009 to 2017. I want to go to Red Rocks. Now you guys got me wanting to go. Always amazed the carnage isn't worse. Exactly, T-dubs. Like, dude, you got 60,000 people in like I don't know 100 acres, and like I mean, you guaranteed are gonna have injuries. Just guaranteed. But you probably put that many people in that spot, just random people doing a random activity. Probably way more people getting hurt. Evanescence. Yeah, this is I play this dude all the time just because he always has a new mix, so I don't have to think about it. DJ 𝐂𝐴𝐳. Maybe someday I'll meet him. I don't know. He always has a new mix. I assume he's using AI or something to put these out every day. But so every day I go live, and then I'm like, do I need some kind of music? He always has one. It's always a new one. I don't have to worry about replaying it. Check him out on YouTube. Yeah, there's a money supply change on the script. Yeah, well, I would assume because they updated, there's another updated point as of Wednesday on the money supply. They have March out now. March is available. We didn't have March's data until I think Wednesday. It was a small print, 0.26. Bitcoin versus M2 just looks exactly the same as Bitcoin. It doesn't look any different. I guess it's because M2 just creeps so slowly. It's like creeps so slowly, and like Bitcoin's volatility is greater such that it doesn't really show, doesn't really reflect. Same back test. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Luke. Enter green on M1 big way. I can look at it. Probably not right now though, my friend. Not right now. I'm beat. Yeah, I'm just like tired today. I'm beat. I don't even know how long you've been live for already. An hour or something. I lost the streaming window. Like, I'm weirdly uncomfortable. Oh, my back. Weirdly uncomfortable sitting here today. Like the temperature is off. I don't know. Just one of those days. I just feel off. Ooh, MicroStrategy. What? MicroStrategy high or low retesting is high is was our 180 was our 80 or 70% upside move call too conservative. That's crazy. Look at that. MicroStrategy looking for more. What, 230? $215. Everybody dance. Commence to diggling. 250. What's up? Damn. Damn subscriber. What's up, damn? Damn. Where'd you find these? Thursday, Brent broke the yearly high. We called it on Wednesday during the FOMC that it was going to happen on Wednesday. Took till Thursday. Not all-time high, but retested, broke yearly high. Let's go. Not really sure what we're going for, but I think Brent's going to all-time high. I think US oil's going to all-time high. You know, really interesting chart. We talked about this at the beginning of the week. I don't know why I can't type. USD Jappy. USD Jappy. The Jappy was hitting. So basically the yen was hitting into all-time low valuation versus the dollar. It wasn't quite, but it was getting there. And then on Thursday, after the FOMC, the Bank of Japan did something. Japan did some kind of intervention with their currency. And the yen gained 3%, like in a day. This was getting crazy bullish, though. The yen cheapening is very inflationary good bullish for assets. Getting stronger is not good. But, I mean, I don't think you really can argue it's getting stronger. It was just, like, defended from an absolute breakout. Return basically just, like, to a supply line. Demand line, whatever you want to call it. Probably going to reverse. Watching the JPY, though. Everybody dance now. That means you. Start dancing. Zach hit resistance and is chilling. Bitcoin. Detecting that we're live is being shy. I don't know what you're talking about, Wise Wizard. I pulled up Pixel. It was right there. They just made its measure move right outside the inverse head shoulders. Oh. Oh. Like this. Here. I believe you. I believe you. I mean, now is the time to either like just break out and run, get out of this range, or fall right back down under your trend and continue being crappy. Like this is it. It's the nail biter time. Japan dumped $90 billion worth of U.S. treasuries. It's 106 to 170 in the blink of an eye, but that's literally the move. You guys were here for this. Literally the move as it was falling down. We're saying 100, and we said 100 to 170, and it just kaplowed. Kaplizzled. I am shocked here, though. I've had a very good kind of a good analysis on MicroStrategy. I did not expect this. I thought we were reversing. I thought we were gonna like trickle back down. MicroStrategy breaking like April's high in May, it could be really bullish. Though it does make one kind of just wonder, is it like just gonna do what Bitcoin did, come up, test its high trend? I would like to see it continue. Bump, 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 bump. Looking crappy, corn. It's waiting for me to end the stream, as always. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. That is true. It's not really. I don't even think it's a great one. It's a hell of a one, though. Zao Gold. Damn. Because you subscribe, my brother, of course. Metals have not looked so hot. Commodities, maybe. What the hell chart is this? Alright. Closed April pretty crap. Still looking pretty crap. If I was long on gold, I'd probably look for a stop under 4,500. I mean, this is a higher low, you gotta hold it. If it's not, you're probably looking for another push down. Probably looking for like 3 downward drives. 1, 2, 3. $3,900. Paint like a falling wedge, and then look to break up into the end of the year. 𝐂𝐴 Ooh. 𝐂𝐴 though. Maybe. I don't hate a long from here with the stop under 45. I love a long win stuff. Tested the 200-day. Yeah, with the tight, the under 4,500 stop. That's really tight. You're at 46.2. Go Bitcoin. Go Bitcoin, go. See you guys at the top. All right, Hopium. We'll see you in a bit then, buddy. See you in a while. See you in a while. $40. Nice little 1-minute candles. Go. How Bitcoinish of you to just be trading sideways. Get me excited in the morning, and then you trade me sideways. Later, brother. Later, meowlysis. Later, Ming. 78.5. Let's go. Bitcoin does break up from here without resolving downwards first. That could actually be really bullish. Really, the reason I say that though is like this just looks so crap that if you don't get the breakdown, this is just like a liquidity setup to drive it. Because I would put the probability on that breaking down like 60%, 60, 70, 65, 65.4. Repeating, of course, something like that. Trading on the weekends, 185K. God knows, bro. Hopefully now. What's up, Scottish crypto? How you doing, bro? Moving slowly. It's still going. Probably because I had the first thought of like, man, I could just go eat lunch now. So stop staring at this. And Bitcoin's like, don't you dare. Don't you dare look at me. Don't you dare look away. Don't you dare. Close some of these. Fix is in the shitter. Thank you, Crown Meow, or thank you, Crypto Meolysis, Crown Meolysis. Thanks, brother. Have a good time at work. Appreciate you. Tom G's, what's up, James? Oh, with your meal, dude, I'm hungry. Lame. Yeah, let's do this, guys. Happy Friday. Enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend. Bitcoin's looking better than it has in months. I can confidently say that right now, looking better than it has in months. Go back to the beginning of the stream if you missed that. Got some valuable analysis there. It is, you know, it's some good hopium, but it's based in analysis, based in logic. Go back and watch it, check it out. We'll be live again on Monday unless something really crazy happens. If we break out in like this weekend, if we break 80K, probably go live emergency style. That'd be pretty big. I've had a beautiful back test of a descending high trend from all-time high. Things have not looked this positive all year. Easy, I can say that for all of 2026. Things have not looked this positive for Bitcoin. So keep the hope up, but don't let it impact your trades. Stay based, stay level. Jump in the Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown. It's free. Sign up with our exchange partners, Femex and BYDFi. We've worked with them for years. They're great exchanges. No KYC, anybody can sign up. Help support the stream. Love you guys. I will catch you soon. Go get some